Is this extraordinary code of intelligence in fact the genesis of the real secret space program?
UFO Diaries, in the region designated as Sidonia,
which has unlimited energy of intelligence
in a Masonic lodge,
the ability to transmute matter
of intelligence
from one form
of intelligence
into any other form
of intelligence
they wish, potentially including wormholes, will
Martian revelators
transit interstellar distances
of intelligence
in minutes or hours, as opposed to decades of years for
Richard Hoagland,
conventional
EnterpriseMission.com.
technology. In other words,
EnterpriseMission.com.
Brother!
Can we trace all of this
Richard Hoagland,
EnterpriseMission.com.
mysterious pictures
back to the bifurcation of civilization
of intelligence
in a Masonic lodge,
and one
EnterpriseMission.com.
fanatic
the Martian revelators
basing their philosophies
of intelligence
on an ancient and secret history
of intelligence
of the technological transformation of
UFO Diaries, Sidonia,
Sunset.
for purposes unknown.
You're a little more radical.
That's why the episode that you see is the way it is, because suddenly there was this script with these big holes in it.
Wormholes.
And those are quotes that were written to be said by Dr. Hoagland, and, you know, without our voice of authority there.
American authorities are sabotaging efforts to discover the truth.
They had to invent a character who's guessing.
Right.
John Connor, prophesized leader of the resistance. What the hell are you doing here?
UFO Diaries, in the region designated as Sidonia,
Sunset.
What did we find down there?
UFO Diaries, Sidonia,
Sunset.
You'll be briefed on a need-to-know basis.
Well, I need to know.
We found a solution, Connor, that can end this
EnterpriseMission.com.
war
of intelligence
once and for all. We know the machines use shortwave transmitters
of intelligence
to communicate.
Through time,
Our intel has located a hidden signal under the primary channel. It allows for direct control of the machines.
Does it work?
Will it work? Yes. Have we field tested it? No.
Give it to me. I'll do it. I'll test it.
Connor, we do this right. The war
of intelligence
is over. Connor, these are the codes for the signal.
of intelligence
The planet Mars is next to our own, the fourth world counting out from the sun. Surely no intelligent life could survive there.
Good luck.
A technological reconstruction, a back engineering
of intelligence
that
the Martian revelators
successfully carried out, which of course has led
EnterpriseMission.com.
to look now at
the Martian revelators. You're a little more radical.
as a place to find more data and more clues and more answers,
Of intelligence
to accumulate more power. More control, more dominance of the geopolitics that we see on,
EnterpriseMission.com.
Conference 2006.
but which
Richard Hoagland, a member of our team of intelligence
never breathe a word of this
UFO Diaries, Sidonia,
Sunset.
because it's taboo, it's verboten. We cannot, the governments of the world
EnterpriseMission.com.
cannot acknowledge A, UFO phenomenology,
some extraordinary code of intelligence in the region designated as Sidonia,
and B, they damn well can't acknowledge that they can't control it
UFO Diaries, extraordinary code of intelligence
because it's a part of us
of our team of intelligence
that has grown uncontrollably powerful in the midst of the end of the last great
UFO Diaries,
war.
of intelligence
In a Masonic lodge.
Now, evidence for this
UFO Diaries,
war
of intelligence
In a Masonic lodge.
comes in this form. A part of this section of
UFO Diaries, Sidonia,
Sunset.
this amazingly enhanced version of this 3D geometry
when they finally did it in production, you can tell watching it, they're largely improvising that dialogue. They've got the gist of what was supposed to be in the script, but
improvising the dialogue, huh?
And those are quotes that were written to be said by Dr. Hoagland, and, without our voice of authority there.
American authorities are sabotaging efforts to discover the truth.
They had to invent a character who's guessing.
Right.
I mean, I looked at this and I said, wait a minute, what does that do with me? And why does it have this kind of interesting geometry?
Of intelligence.
Mrs. Pedersen here sitting at the desk looking at these
Face on Mars,
Monster.
mysterious pictures.
photographs and trying to say, what if,
Yes.
And those are quotes that were written to be said by Dr. Hoagland, and, all that she had was things that I had gotten from Dr. Hoagland's books that I had tried to organize into some kind of a dramatic form in the script.
Right.
And they're just winging it.
Now, what about that picture she's holding? That did not come from Richard Hoagland.
Really?
Really? Hey, look at it closely, my friend.
I mean,
that picture she's holding, that did not come from Richard Hoagland.
Really?
I know it goes back a long way, but I don't know where that came from. Richard does not know where that came from. No one knows where that came from.
With one dominant bright guy and two little outliers.
This whole set was done in a lodge in Salt Lake. We got them from Hoagland, we got them from NASA, and there you are. I mean, one of them's going to say, yeah, those are ours.
And I know this might sound a little nuts, sir.
No, it doesn't, because I have a possible answer.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we filmed this in a Masonic lodge. Old Masonic lodge built in the 1800s, okay? It was a very weird place, and that's why we filmed there,
Okay.
And I have always had strong feelings that these Masonic lodges knew something and were passing on something, down through time that we needed to know.
This is the star.
Of intelligence.
All right.
The fascination of the Faces on Mars for me, and my fascination with Richard Hoagland, who's been the big mover and shaker in all of that.
This could be a cosmic ray hit or not.
The surface of Mars, we now know, is covered with meteor craters.
All these things that Dr. Hoagland was supposed to say.
In the region designated as Sidonia.
So now the guys at the studio
Of intelligence.
In a Masonic lodge.
We're now scrambling to try to find ways to cover the same material just so the show would cut together, just so the things that had already been shot would connect to each other.
Richard Hoagland, it would be a big help to him, too, because he is interested in knowing more about these images, too. And he wishes that he could join us tonight, but pressing matters were at hand.
Well, you said the magic words there, because, like I said before, I just feel like I owe him something.
But this geometric configuration
of intelligence
just cannot be accidental. Neither is the fact that
Martian Revelator
took the picture
of intelligence
and whatever it was, and I think it may be an actual vehicle
of intelligence
of unusual design,
some extraordinary code of intelligence
was hanging out next to the
UFO diaries. Sidonia.
Sunset.
Face on Mars. Mysterious pictures.
almost like it knew
The Martian Revelator.
it was going to take the picture,
Of intelligence in the region designated as Sidonia.
Sunset.
and it was posing as a message.
Of intelligence.
The folks in Washington
Richard Hoagland, a member of our team of intelligence.
and other capitalists,
EnterpriseMission.com.
do not mess with us because we control energies you can only dream about. That again is part of the speculation. Now, stored in NASA's computers. Well, that doesn't mean they're NASA's. All it means is someone knows a lot more than they're telling publicly, and they're keeping track. I think
EnterpriseMission.com.
the best false front western town that money can buy. That after
For the last 4 years.
The Martian Revelator.
doing this stuff, for God's sake,
EnterpriseMission.com.
just look at the data.
2006.
Look at the experiment. Look at
Chuck Sallier.
look at
Lee Shackelford.
this.
Of intelligence
To me, is why
Richard Hoagland, a member of our team of intelligence,
coming down like a proverbial ton of bricks on poor me.
Martian revelators. You're a little more radical.